Welcome to the Undergraduate Advising Center, your advising home as an Exploratory Pathways student. We cannot wait to welcome you to campus. My name is Dana Hartley, and I'm an Associate Director in the Undergraduate Advising Center.
And I'm Patrick Kerner, also an Associate Director in the UAC. We look forward to sharing more about our program with you. Throughout this presentation, be sure to take notes. Today, our presentation is going to cover who we are, the Undergraduate Advising Center, in our Exploratory Pathways program. We're going to be talking about academic requirements and opportunities, and give you a preview of advising and enrollment.
As noted in our introductions, we work in the Undergraduate Advising Center, or UAC, as you might hear us more commonly referred to. The UAC is your advising home on campus, so we want to take a moment to share just a bit about our office. First, our mission statement. It reads, "The UAC empowers all students to take ownership of their education by providing personalized, comprehensive academic advising in a supportive environment." What this means to us is that when you visit the UAC, we strive to be a place where you feel comfortable, you feel welcomed, and you feel like you can share your interests, goals, and dreams. Our advisors will ask questions to get to know you, and we want you to be honest and share openly in those conversations. The more we know about you, the more we can individualize our suggestions and provide you with personalized guidance and support. We also want to be a space where you feel like you can ask any and all questions you might have. We may not always have the answers for you, but in that case, we can connect you with the individual or office who can help. And you might think that as academic advisors, we only want to talk about majors and classes. And of course, we'll talk about those things, but we'll also talk about a lot more. We'll talk about resources on campus to help support you personally and academically. We'll talk about experiences and opportunities available to you as a Jayhawk, and we'll talk about ways to get involved and start building your KU network. We're here to support your journey both in and out of the classroom. And as we have these conversations, and perhaps share some advice and suggestions with you, please note these are truly just suggestions. Final decisions are always yours to make. And our job is to help equip you with the information, resources, and support to feel empowered to make your own decisions throughout your time at KU. We also want to share a bit about the student population served by the UAC. We are the advising home for both pre-professional and exploratory pathways students. Pre-professional students are those who are working toward admission to a professional school on campus. For example, this could be a pre-business student who's working toward admission to the School of Business. This is a bit different than another set of pre-codes you might be familiar with, including pre-medicine, pre-law, and pre-physical therapy. These particular areas are not majors at KU, but are instead something we refer to as tracks. If you have an interest in a particular track, there will likely be some required or recommended coursework and experiences for you to complete, in addition to your major, to ensure that you're eligible and a competitive candidate for that program in the future. Exploratory Pathways students are those exploring major options and possibilities at KU. You might be deciding between 2 majors, 10 majors, or even all 200 plus majors at the university. Regardless, we're your experts, and we're excited to support you through your major exploration journey. Before we get into the details of Exploratory Pathways, we think it's important to share our philosophy and approach to major exploration. We've provided some common myths that you're perhaps aware of, or maybe even thought yourself, about being exploring. Myth 1, being unsure of my major is bad. This is of course not true. All of us have been exploring or even re-exploring majors at some point in time. We just want to stress that it is meant to be an active process. So we'll talk about the importance of exploratory courses and activities to help you engage with your academic areas of interest. But know that coming in with an exploratory mindset is an advantage, and you'll have the opportunity to try things out, have some intentional conversations, and really research your options to ensure you can feel confident and excited about your major decision. Myth 2, if I choose a major now, I won't be able to change my mind later. It's common for students to change their major multiple times, and this doesn't always mean an extended graduation timeline either. I first came to KU as an exploratory student, and I found myself changing my mind many times along the way. I didn't end up with my final major decision until the summer between my sophomore and junior year, and I still graduated in 4 years, partially thanks to my academic advisor who helped me understand how my previous credits would apply to my new program. So if you're ever considering a change, just be sure to chat with your advisor to ensure you have as much information as possible when you weigh your options. Myth 3, there is one right major for me. KU offers over 200 majors, and with that many options, it's highly likely there could be multiple majors that align with your interests, your strengths, and your goals. And you don't have to choose just one either. You could consider double majoring, pursuing a minor, or even earning one of KU's certificates. There are endless ways to combine these opportunities to start building your own customized educational experience. Choosing a major is directly related to choosing a career. There might be instances in which this feels sort of true. For example, if you want to be an accountant, then it would be wise to pursue an accounting major. And if you want to be a teacher, an education major would make a lot of sense. But outside a few careers that have very specific licensure components, most careers are looking for the types of skills that you'll continue to strengthen and develop with any major at KU. Things like critical thinking skills, the ability to communicate effectively, and the ability to work with other people. So as you move forward in your major exploration process and perhaps start narrowing down your list of majors, know this doesn't put you on just one career path. And similarly, if you've already had a particular career in mind, know that there could be multiple majors that could support that end goal. My insert person here can tell me what major to choose. This might be a family member, a friend, or even your academic advisor. These are all incredibly important people in your support system, and we absolutely encourage you to have conversations with these folks. They likely know you well and can provide great insight and advice. And you know yourself best and will make the best decision for you. We encourage you to take ownership over your major exploration process and ultimately your major decision. As an exploratory student, there are 6 academic areas that have been created to help you navigate the process of figuring out which major is a correct fit. They are communication and leadership, creative arts and design, education and public service, health and behavioral sciences, languages and cultures, and science and technology. You may have indicated prior to orientation that your interests lie in a particular pathway, but you can always change your mind. Many exploring Jayhawks have started in one pathway, but declared a major that aligns in a different area. The benefit of being curious about academic possibilities at this stage in your career is that you can discover new benefits and interests with guidance and intentionality. To guide your experience, the Exploratory Pathways milestones have been created to ensure you are an active participant in learning about yourself, KU, and your interests this semester. They are enrolling in an exploratory course. We have identified introductory courses in almost every KU major that fulfill degree requirements. They are organized by pathways, and you'll learn where to view them later on in the presentation. Enroll in a first-year course. KU has designed several first-year specific courses that are smaller in size, taught by engaging faculty and staff, and focused on unique and timely topics. You and your advisor will ensure you pick one that helps you start off strong this semester. Meet with your advisor during the first month of the semester. We want to remain connected to you, so plan to check in with us once classes have started to discuss your transition to campus. We also want to meet with you mid-semester. This appointment will occur around main enrollment, aka when you pick classes for the next semester. We want you to develop a short list of potential majors. The goal is for you to continue to narrow and refine your major options as you take classes, get involved, and have experiences that help you learn about your values, goals, and interests. And we also want you to participate in career exploration activities. You can get started on this milestone today. We'll share a few options soon.
On your orientation day, you'll meet with an academic advisor in the Undergraduate Advising Center. Our number one goal is for you to have a positive and empowering first advising experience, that you feel supported and educated through the advising and schedule building process, and that you now have a person on this campus that you can reach out to for anything when you have a question, are experiencing challenge, or simply have a new idea. Now, in addition to the advisor you meet, the entire UAC is here to support you. All advisors in the UAC are trained to advise across all the majors offered at KU, which means there's a whole team here to support you along your exploratory journey. One of the topics that you and your advisor will be talking about are the different parts that make up a KU degree. Your degree will be made up of at least 4 components. All students complete the KU Core, KU's General Education curriculum. The KU Core is made up of 6 goals, and each goal has 1 or more distinct learning outcomes. Your advisor will help you in selecting courses that meet the KU Core. These courses are also great opportunities for exploration. As you're exploring a particular discipline to see if it's a good fit, You can often also be meeting a core requirement with that same course. In addition to the core, you also must complete major requirements. For example, if you're a psychology major, these would be your psychology courses. And then there are degree-specific requirements, which you might describe as non-major courses that your major makes you take. For example, all business majors are required to take a specific course from the math department, namely calculus. Finally, there are electives. These are courses that fall outside of those other three categories, but still count toward the hours required to complete your degree. Most degrees at KU have what we call elective space, which means when you add up your KU core requirements, your degree-specific requirements, and your major requirements, you still don't reach the 120 plus hours needed to graduate. The remaining hours are electives. These electives are an opportunity for you to take classes based on personal interest. Maybe it's a passion you have, a language you've always wanted to study, or a course that helps you to gain skills that will set you apart in a future career. Electives are a way for you to tailor your curricular experience, so be sure that you share all your interests with your UAC advisor. That way we can help you to not only explore majors, but also some of those great elective opportunities you might take advantage of as well. A tool that you and your advisor will use in your advising appointment will be our Exploratory Pathways curriculum guides. On our website, explore.ku.edu, you will find a Fall 22 guide for each pathway. Let's look at an example. One feature of these guides is a sample 4-semester plan showing how you can explore while also completing some degree requirements. On these guides, you'll also find a curated list of great exploratory courses connecting with those areas that you're wanting to explore. You and your advisor will consult this list as a starting point for selecting your exploratory course or courses for this first fall semester. The guides also list a number of involvement and engagement opportunities that will allow you to explore areas of interest outside of the classroom as well. Here's a sample first semester schedule for a student in the communication and leadership pathway. A first semester schedule often, but not always, contains a math class and/or an English class, as these are the foundations of most degree programs at KU. Then an exploratory class, a first-year course, and then perhaps a second exploratory course, elective, or KU core course to round out your schedule. We often recommend 15 to 17 credit hours, but we will be asking you how many hours you're looking to take your first semester based on your comfort and other responsibilities. Again, be ready to share. Be forthcoming with your academic advisor so that we can help you to build the first semester schedule that feels right for you. You can get started on exploring before you meet with us at orientation. The Exploratory Pathways website is a fantastic resource for beginning your major exploration at the University of Kansas. You'll find more information about each of the 6 pathways, learn about the benefits of exploring, and see year-by-year guides on how to make the most out of this time of exploration. Our University Career Center, located just 1 floor below the UAC in Summerfield Hall, provides you with another great tool. On their website, career.ku.edu, you can access Pathways U, a platform that contains multiple self-assessments that will give you a head start on exploring KU majors and careers that are a good fit for you. Before you leave your advising appointment, be sure to have your advisor's contact information. We are here all summer to answer questions and help you to make a smooth transition to the university. At the beginning of the school year, we will be reaching back out to you via email to welcome you to campus. We'll be available for drop-in appointments all that first week of classes, no appointment necessary. If you need us, we're easily accessible via email, Zoom, or in person in 315 Summerfield Hall. A great way of staying connected with the Undergraduate Advising Center is to follow us on social media. We'll keep you updated on all the important dates in the academic calendar and let you know great opportunities to interact with our office. See information about our social media below. This concludes the Exploratory Pathways Academic Information Meeting. Next, continue your way through the online orientation course. Just a reminder, be sure to send in your transcripts and test scores. Don't forget about your opportunity to take math placement and language placement exams prior to your orientation day. Getting placement and transcript information in place prior to orientation sets you up to enroll in the best classes on your orientation day and therefore have to make fewer changes later. Explore the courses that KU is offering this fall by looking over our curriculum guides. More details about each course can be found on the schedule of classes, classes.ku.edu. Familiarize yourself with Enroll and Pay by logging in. You and your advisor will use Enroll and Pay on your orientation day to build that first semester schedule. And finally, don't forget to check out the links below. We look forward to meeting with you. Rock Chalk.